BTS News Today. That night, Amsterdam seemed to tremble, not only because of the thousands of armies who filled the concert arena, but also because of the energy radiating from the stage where 7 men, who had spent the last decade making music history, once again stood together. Spotlights flashed, sweeping across the faces of the BTS members who sang and danced as if time itself had stopped. Yet behind the cheers, there was one moment that became the center of attention: Jin's health. Since the afternoon before the concert began, some fans who noticed small details claimed they saw Jin's face looking slightly pale. His smile remained, his hand waved lovingly as always, but his movements seemed a little more careful than usual. Meanwhile, Taehyung and Jimin repeatedly glanced at him, as if making sure their eldest Hyung was truly alright. Still, on stage, Jin's professionalism made it nearly impossible for anyone to tell what he might have been feeling. Jungkook, who performed with explosive energy that night, was seen at times slowing his steps just to look at Jin. Fans' cameras even caught a small moment where the magne whispered something to Jin between stage transitions. No one could hear what he said, but his expression showed worry. The concert itself went on spectacularly, filled with laughter, cheers, and voices singing together that swept Amsterdam into euphoria. But behind the stage, another story began to unfold. After the show ended and the arena lights dimmed, the members left the stage one by one. Their bodies drenched in sweat, their voices slightly hoarse, yet their hearts warm with love that had once again reached their fans. But as soon as they entered the backstage area, Jungkook reportedly went straight to Jin. He looked at his Hyung with serious concern, holding his shoulder gently. "Hyung, are you really okay?" From the stage, "I could see you looking a bit weak," Jungkook said in a low but emotional voice. Jin smiled reassuringly, as he always did, trying to ease the younger's worry. "I'm fine, just a little tired. Don't worry too much." But for Jungkook, that answer wasn't enough. He had been with Jin for too long not to recognize the subtle signs when his Hyung wasn't in the best condition. He remembered clearly how Jin had always been good at hiding his pain just to keep the atmosphere light. Out of all the concerts they had done, Jungkook knew this pattern well. His concern didn't stop backstage. Even when the members had already gone back to the hotel to rest, Jungkook kept checking in with the manager and medical staff, making sure Jin was looked after properly. That night, fans' cameras in the hotel lobby even caught Jungkook coming down several times, speaking seriously with staff. Many believed he was asking about one thing only: Jin's health. By the next morning, rumors spread quickly among ARMY. Hashtags #ProtectJin and #JungkookForJin trended worldwide on Twitter. Thousands of fans shared clips showing Jungkook's extra care for Jin during the show. Some zoomed in on the moment Jungkook gently patted Jin's shoulder, while others shared when Jungkook looked restless as Jin sat longer than usual on stage. The media picked up on the story. Outlets in Korea reported how Jungkook's concern wasn't just brotherly affection, but perhaps a sign that Jin wasn't feeling well. HYB later released a short statement, saying Jin was fine, only a bit fatigued after long concert preparations. But the brevity of the statement only fueled curiosity that a few days later, Jungkook finally broke his silence. In a sudden live broadcast, he sat alone in a simple room. His face looked tired, but his eyes were clear with honesty. ARMY from all over the world rushed to join, thousands of comments flooding every second. After a short greeting, Jungkook took a deep breath before speaking. "The concert in Amsterdam was beautiful. I'll never forget how you all sang with us. But there's one thing that keeps bothering me," he said, lowering his gaze before looking back at the camera. "I know you saw it too. Jin Hyung. He's the strongest person I know, but I could feel he wasn't completely fine that night. I can't pretend I wasn't worried." The confession left the live stream in silence for a moment. Fans watching felt a mix of emotions: touched, worried, and proud of Jungkook's honesty. He continued, his voice trembling. "All this time, Hyung has always protected us, always making sure everything goes well. But I think now it's our turn to make sure he doesn't overwork himself. I just want him to know, and for all of you to know, that his health is more important than anything else." That live stream instantly became headlines. Media in Korea, Japan, and the US praised Jungkook's sincerity. Fans sent even more love and support messages for Jin. Some major fan bases even launched donation projects in his name to uplift him and show their care, Later, Jin also responded. In a short interview after an event in the Netherlands, he chuckled when asked about Jungkook's concern. "I know he worries too much, but that's what makes me feel warm. Jungkook is an amazing younger brother. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need some rest." Yet his words only made fans more suspicious that there was more to it than just fatigue. Jungkook himself didn't try to hide his emotions. In later lives, he brought up his hopes for the members' health again, especially Jin's, saying he had given too much without asking for anything in return. The night after the Amsterdam concert felt long. Fans gathered outside the hotel, still singing BTS songs in trembling yet passionate voices, unwilling to let go of the magical evening. From behind his hotel room curtains, Jungkook stood quietly, gazing at the sparkling city lights. But it wasn't the glow of Amsterdam that filled his thoughts. It was Jin's weary smile. He knew Jin was too kind, too eager to appear strong, too reluctant to burden others. That's why every time Jin said, "I'm fine," Jungkook grew even more restless. Because often, those words were just a shield. He remembered how Jin once endured hand pain for months before anyone found out, how he still performed even when his body clearly needed rest. All of it seemed to repeat that night. Unable to sleep, Jungkook finally knocked on Jin's door. After a moment, it opened, revealing his Hyung in a gray hoodie and lounge pants. Jin smiled softly, though his eye bag showed. "Still not asleep, Jungkookie?" Jin asked warmly. "I just want to make sure you're really okay." Jungkook answered quietly, like a child afraid of losing something. Jin chuckled, patting his shoulder. "You're really like my mom when you get worried. Come in." Inside, they sat across from each other in silence, only the hum of the AC filling the air. Jungkook's eyes searched his Hyung's face. Finally, Jin spoke. "I am tired, Jungkook." "That's true, but it doesn't mean I'm gravely ill. You don't need to worry too much. This concert is important to me. I want to give my best. But your health is more important than a concert, Hyung." Jungkook cut in quickly, his eyes red. "Do you remember before? You always pushed yourself, and we all knew you were suffering. I don't want that to happen again." The words pierced Jin's heart. He knew Jungkook wasn't panicking, but speaking from sincerity. After a pause, Jin sighed deeply. "You've grown so much, Jungkook. I used to be the one taking care of you. Now, it's you taking care of me." Jungkook lowered his head, his voice soft. "Because I can't imagine BTS without you, Hyung." The room fell heavy with silence. Jin's eyes glistened. Rarely did Jungkook speak with such raw honesty, as if all walls crumbled. That night, they talked long, about concerts, about their bond, about the fear of losing one another. The next morning, news of Jungkook's live filled headlines. At the hotel lobby, reporters waited, but HYB arranged for the members to leave through a back entrance. Still, cameras captured Jungkook walking closely beside Jin, unwilling to stray out on the van ride to the airport. The atmosphere was quiet. Jungkook sat next to Jin, glancing over often. Sensing it, Jin said, "I won't just collapse, Jungkook. You can relax a little."